Alright guys, BLM here, back more AC Mirage. It is the next morning. A bit later than I wanted to start, but oh well. It's 11, it's already 11 something. But, I still plan on finishing this game today. If I were to guess, I would say we have about 3-ish hours left. So again, let's do it. We already did everything else except for the collectibles that are here that are locked away, places that there are missions at. And yeah, I feel like we can do it, so let's do it. And then yeah, after I finish this, I'm not entirely sure if I'm literally just gonna wait until Spider-Man to come out and then like not play anything on here until Spider-Man, or if I'll go ahead and play the Expanse in the time in between. I'm not 100%. Like, we have a week, over a week. So even if I were to just do one episode a day, we would be able to finish it. So I think I might try to play the Expanse then. And from what I understand, it's a really short game. It's like an hour an episode. Where the fuck do I get in from? But yeah, so I'm assuming it's going to be a relatively quick game. I did want to see if I could wait for the bonus episode to come out, because I don't know when exactly that is coming out. And just play them all in a row, but I also don't really care that much.
Ridiculous. He completely misinterpreted the scripture. It was
So, I might play the Expanse now. Play a bonus episode
Greetings,
eventually,
Sayyidi.
I guess.
I wonder if I could ask you some questions about the governor, Muhammad ibn Tahir.
I am not underpaid to answer questions. I suggest you make this worth my time. Otherwise...
Would you accept this token of appreciation from a humble citizen?
I would. As a start.
Okay.
I serve justice, not spoil it. Take your money.
I like so
Now,
many of these that it doesn't matter.
what do you know about the governor?
He's feared, respected, dedicated to the rule of law, order.
That is all you know. You work here. Muhammad ibn Tahir keeps office at the courts.
At the shorter courts, not the Mathalim. He does keep spies here. One scuttles back to his office every day at noon. Goodbye now.
Okay.
That messenger could lead me to the governor's office.
Fuck off. Another
Whatever
tailing
secrets he
mission?
buries there.
I love how, like, tailing here is, like, a downgrade from, like, even... Like, that's the thing that's funny about this game, right? Is that a lot of aspects of this game are, like, a downgrade from old school Assassin's Creed. Yeah, like, you're supposed to be happy just the fact that they are doing something reminiscent to old school Assassin's Creed. Like, it's funny how that's the case, right? Where, like, you would assume that a series would, like, progress over time. And to be fair, it has in the sense of, like, there's more options and that sort of thing. But in, like, most of the ways that matter, it hasn't. Again, social stealth is... actually, to be fair, social stealth is, like, is it around the same as AC2? Maybe. I guess, like, kind of, but, like, kind of not, because they have the token system, which is kind of annoying, but like, combat is a downgrade from AC1 at least. Tailing missions, again, like, these were better done in fucking... I just realized there's no tailing missions in the OG, is there? That is funny, actually. Yeah, like, tailing missions became, like, so part of Assassin's Creed's identity. But, like, it's funny how, like, yeah, they didn't even exist until AC2. And they're not even that prominent in AC2, right? It's just the ones that are there are just really long. Then Brotherhood has a few. Revelations doesn't, but you have the one where you follow Tarek, which is really long. And you have the one with the flower person. Actually, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to rank every tailing mission, didn't I? I'm pretty sure that's on my list of video ideas. Of ranking every fucking Assassin's Creed tailing mission. What?
Lost. I can almost hear Roshan scolding me now. Perhaps I can redeem this failure tomorrow.
What? That's fucking ridiculous. I'm all the way over here. How does that make any fucking sense? Dude, that's so stupid. What is this trophy for? Pass time 5 times. So that's annoying. Oh wait, I have to go again? God damn it.
There you are. Now lead on.
Stop, you!
Fuck off.
They are gone. Today I was too hasty.
Dude,
Tomorrow
that's so
I must be
stupid.
better. You must be whom I seek. Let us see where you lead me.
So stupid.
Good. Now stay where I can see you. Would you?
Comes around here.
إننا نقضي وقتا طويلا
فقد انتهوا من ترميمات الجدار الشمسية. ذلك القسم القريب من نواكير النخيل عمل مرتفع وخطير، إلا أنهم لم يفقدوا سوى 3 رجال.
There you are, just as I thought.
Again, these tailing missions are somehow worse than OG. By OG, I mean, like, that's it, Trolls. This is where I got caught, right? Somehow. Like back there.
كيف وصل ذلك إلى هنا؟
فردا باید منتظر مختلف
What's the point of having that checkpoint if you can just climb over the thing anyway? That's so stupid. You'd think that they would just like not allow people to do that, right? To have that open. Dude, how long is this gonna go on for?
Darwish always warned me I would be dragged to the Shorta. Who would have imagined I would walk in willingly?
I guess we'll get that. These don't matter anymore. Okay, so which building is this? Okay. Find the governor's office. The mercenaries nearby, weren't there? Oh, here.
Need some steel?
Oh my god, dude. Like,
I could use some help.
Your enemies are our enemies.
Isn't this nice?
Has the governor returned? I'm not sure. I did not see him go upstairs.
or a review.
Hold on!
No, what?
Hey! What?
Poverty was my only crime. Free me of these chains, please.
ساعدني. I cannot bear this any longer.
Hold on.
You wait!
Dude, let me get through.
Quickly! Your head will look good on a spear.
That is right.
Not getting through, fool. Pathetic.
Oh, they all die?
What the?
Okay.
Just a trick.
There's a lot of screen tearing in this portion of the game, isn't there? Oh, is this not actually the game?
Muhammad ibn Tahir's office at last.
Yes, at last.
The governor has been tracking the rebels. And the hidden ones.
Who would have guessed?
The Tahirids agreed to withdraw their protection from Alamut at the governor's request. The hidden ones are betrayed. Ocean, desert, cobra, dove. It seems he is an admirer of Arib the poet.
Already did that, right?
You can tell your masters I've had copies made. Shred that page, slit my throat. Our bargain stands.
My masters?
The masked cabal, the order of... I don't care. Are you not in their service?
Are you not in their service?
I serve the Khalifa. I serve Allah. And I do it without hiding my face. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Why were you giving commands to Asif at-Turki, a member of the Order?
The brute was stoking the fire of 1,000 rebellions. Thankfully, someone spared me the trouble of putting him down. A hidden one, I heard. Are you the one to thank?
I read your letters. You forced your cousins to remove their protection from Alamut. You sold us to our enemies.
And brought peace to Baghdad. You've already helped yourself to the receipt.
Abu Abdullah's oath of allegiance. What does he have to do with anything?
His ambition would have torn the Khalifa apart. I offered the Order Alamut. They gave me assurance he'd threaten us no more.
So to trap a fox, you loose a wolf. The Order will see Baghdad burn, Governor. History will judge you for this.
History can hang me for it. I'll leave this world knowing that there is courage in compromise.
There is also cowardice.
How old are you? 20? I was about your age when I came to this city. Righteous beyond reproach.
What happened?
I grew up. If you really wish to spare Alamut, turn that blade on your enemies.
Give me their name. The one you brokered the deal with.
I could. But if you fail, then I die. And I'd prefer not to. Now, I have things to do. No hard feelings. Guards!
So the day ends with me fleeing the Shorta after all.
What was that?
They not okay.
There you are!
Oh, cool.
Not welcome.
Screen time.
Order or no, Governor Muhammad is no friend to the Hidden Ones.
Okay, I need a person that is nowhere to be seen. Alright, wait, which one's closer? This one's closer. I guess we'll do that one first. I need this. It's not close. Where's one close to a fast travel point? There.
لا أدعي أنني مررت بك.
Okay. Can we get there without being detected?
Frequent the bazaar to savor the choicest delicacies. From
The Shorta watch my every move. If only someone could draw their gaze.
Okay, so back here. We're 23 minutes in. That's kind of annoying. Probably still do it. I do want to start to listen to some reviews of this game, though. Because I just want to know what people think of this game. In terms of, like, the people that are actual Assassin's Creed fans. Alright, this is a spoiler for the review.
AC Mirage is out, and I've been playing quite a bit of it. I've completed all but one of the assassinations, and thought it'd be a good idea to log my thoughts on the game before completing it, because I have a lot, more than I thought I would. I kind of assumed that I knew the game back during its biggest period of promotion. This will be a mid-Assassin's Creed game with some good, maybe even great ideas that are then seriously freighted by the foundations of new Assassin's Creed. And to my surprise, the game has defied so much of the restraint and dryness that has characterized play in the most recent entries. Like, stealth feels incredible, and that's the best place to start, I think. The thing that I appreciate most about Mirage's stealth is certainty, a thing that's been absent for the last half-decade. AC took a very stat-centric approach to ARPG, one that kind of decimated the fatalistic appeal of the assassin. As of Origins, hidden blade assassinations weren't a sure thing, and sometimes the difference between life and death was a patch of crocodile skin that would tell the 5 inches of steel on Bayek's wrist that actually you do 754 damage, not 731. Then Odyssey really dialed in on numbers as law, and then there's just so much ambiguity surrounding whether an ability will or
won't be effective. It's straight up not fun to play stealthily, and Valhalla made some admirable improvements that are difficult to appreciate when detection is so unpredictable and hostile too. But in the case of Mirage, its systems are consistent, but also its rules are effectively communicated. The best example of this sort of shift to a more reliable, transparent flavor of stealth is detection. I've had no bullshit detects, and the vision cones that Eagle Vision displays are very helpful. But really, that sense of sureness and confidence in stealth is most noticeable in respect to our incredible toolkit. Honestly, this is nuts. Because I know what a noisemaker does, because its radius is visualized and its properties are consistent, I feel confident enough and compelled to construct more elaborate plans involving not just a noisemaker, but a trap and a smoke bomb. And I know I've got throwing knives if any nearby guards investigate. It's the most thrilling that playing an Assassin's Creed game stealthily has been in such a long time. And I feel like a nice side effect of stealth being so approachable, rewarding, and deep if you want it to be, is that it will maybe get a new generation of players who had been indifferent to stealth to actually enjoy it and understand the kick that fans of the older games got out of it if they didn't already. The moment-to-moment feels better than it has in years. The only thing I'll say against this brilliant selection of tools is that a few of the upgrades seem counterintuitive. So I love the noisemaker. In my case, it's often the beginning of a longer string of actions, and it's useful because it reliably attracts guards, either away from a route I'd like to travel or towards some kind of kill space. One of the two third-tier upgrades is an augmentation that just inverts the function of the noisemaker entirely. It sends anybody in its radius into a frenzy, running away in all different directions, and I'd imagine alerting guards in their path. And maybe there is use for this, but I don't understand why that's a function of the noisemaker. But tools are great, and generally I like the upgrades, and the scarcity of consumables is very well managed. The only thing that really pisses me off related to tools is the absence of mission and contract replay. The game lies in front of you, a very colourful toolbox to make use of in some fantastically crafted missions that are very open and clearly designed with choice in mind, and then it deprives you of the option to conveniently explore other choices, to go back to older missions with a wider breadth of skills, and thus more ways to engage with
Her followers
really great
dwindle
design.
by
And
the
what that
day.
does when you come across
Kabir
great
is a
design,
great woman,
it often
Farah.
is it makes a sense of anxiety.
was.
So it's like a
While
lot of stuff that is
Al-Mushwakil
people
lived,
talking about, I
but
don't
her
care.
son did not succeed him,
This
and her
augmentation,
time
instead
has
of that,
come and
one skill,
gone.
instead
When
of
the
that
tide
kind of
ebbs, will
progression
you be
feels quite
swept
good.
with it to
You
the
need to
sea?
complete stealth missions
I do
to
not
gain
like to
greater
get involved in
particular options and
politics,
combinations of
Nasreen.
options to use in
Please.
stealth missions. And when
We
they're done,
know what
that's
you
it.
are.
So there's always
Enough.
this sense of sacrifice. If that
The
doesn't
new
sound too
units
melodramatic,
will
I
be
try my best
arriving
to
any
complete
minute.
lesser missions to gain the
Meet them at the
resources that
gate,
give me
Makira,
more choices in
and try not to
greater
make a mess of
missions.
it.
And with replay, that
Come,
weight
Nasreen.
wouldn't be there. It's a really lame
New
condition to have attached
servants
to
mean new
progression
faces in
and
the harem.
great stealth. Since we're talking about stealth,
If
social
I had a
stealth is
unit's
small part of the
uniform,
experience
I could
that
slip
would
in
like.
among
I'd
them.
imagine that stems at least partly from the tech limitations surrounding crowd sizes. It's great to
Nothing
be an
can
assassin
hide from us,
operating in a
Guido.
big, dense city again, but generally those benefits rarely extend to stealth. Baghdad can often feel like it's simply on the way to a bunch of stealth playgrounds dotted around the city, as opposed to the city streets being a fluid, moving part of that. You do have free and functional crowd blends and some groups dotted around, but rooftops are the way to go. And I think that at least is good. The sense that you have no place on the ground walking amongst the Khalifa, and that you operate best unconventionally and out of sight. That's drilled into you rather quickly. This, like Assassin's Creed 1, is an AC experience that really wants and needs you in the shoes of the assassin. And that is a less tangible but very important way that Mirage satisfies its mission statement. Like the relationship between stealth and combat is really good. Stealth provides great lethality
That's
and
the
a
thing I do
fantastic
too.
assassin feel, and breaking then into combat feels like this.
Even though
loss
I
of
do
power
feel
can't
like
really be recouped
A
unless you
unit's
enter back into
uniform
obscurity.
freshly
And there's no way of
tailored.
even being
Like I
good
do
at
feel like
combat
combat's
unless
shit,
the
but like
patience
it
and
kind of
show
actually
is
works.
better. You can't brute force your
That
way into a
shit.
massive kill streak because
promise
Mirage
not
wants
much
not only to
longer.
dust off the assassin archetype,
Looks ready to
carrot it
me.
around as a neat one-off gimmick, but it wants to make you think like an assassin, and it's difficult without a big script in front of me to word something so nebulous. I guess I'm talking about game feel and coherence, but what Mirage does is genuinely admirable. And at some point in the future, I do plan on writing up a comprehensive, spoilery review of the game that's much more refined than this thing. I've had an AC3 thing written and recorded for like half a year at this point. I've got to get that off the back burner, but then I think it'll be like an after the hype type of thing, probably early next year, where I can
bit
hopefully
tight
fully form
across
my
the
thoughts on
chest.
the game's assassin experience
And
and what
gut.
otherwise truthful AC experience with Paul Parkour feels. Now to touch on story, I'm just about to enter the climax, so I'm missing a significant chunk that's especially significant in a game structured like Mirage, where the second act is a handful of standalone stories whose themes I imagine the third act is going to wrap up and make mean something more in unity. So I'm missing the full picture and it's worth taking into account. But I think it's been good. I need the conclusion to decide exactly where I
Hopefully
stand
this will
on
work.
how well this game bridges one basin to another, but he is a guy you can root for and a very good Assassin's Creed protagonist in the sense that his identity, more specifically his struggles with his identity, make him a great vessel to explore the
Tamahel.
central to the creed and
Do I know
seemingly
you?
other spoilery stuff that
I
is
doubt
called
you
series.
would. This is my first
Prospect,
day.
or like
I would
archetype.
hate to be
He
late.
stands with Connor and Altair, and probably Edward.
Back it up.
Protagonists
Assalamu
who are perfectly
alaikum.
fit to the series that they belong
You
to.
know
There's
him,
lots of strong
Makira?
stuff with allied brothers,
I...
What? You have forgotten me already.
No, I'm sorry. It has been a long...
That is all right, fair one. My face is quite
I do agree
forget.
with that,
It's
too.
very effective.
Unlike your own.
The philosophy that Bessem's adopted, but why? Why he is
Farah
a
is
ally,
expecting
why
me.
he and the assassins
Between
believe
us,
shadows to be
she
effective.
terrifies
It's
me.
really good stuff. The
Please
writing
do
can
not
be
make
a
me
bit
late for
overt
that.
at times. Like early in the game, Rashan
Let him
demonstrates,
in,
despite her stoic
Abbas.
demeanor, she is proud of Bessem. And then before the first assassination, she goes, you know, I'm stoic, but I am impressed with you.
Barakallahu
The training
fiki,
sets stoicism
Sayyidati.
to tell the audience something that had been evident and charming. The opening 20 minutes of the game effectively characterize Bessem, his motivations, but he still says to his closest confidant, really us, I want to be more than a street thief, I aim for higher things in almost pantomime fashion. And you'll notice that both of those examples are from the game's first act, and they would have that type of stuff stops happening because our characters in these 2-3 hour long investigations have room to breathe and develop more organically. The prologue is really where the compactness of the game is most damaging to story, at least as far as I've played. I think we really could have done with another 30 minutes or so before the title card drop to better
What are
characterize
you
and
doing?
the injustices in Bessem's home that he's driven to fight. The hidden
Makira,
Bessem's relationships with
I was just...
Breaking into Kabiha's office? You are no eunuch. Leave now, or I'll tell Nasreen. I'll tell Farah.
Tell them what? That you let me in here? I cannot imagine they will be pleased about that. You are a kahramana, no? You serve the concubines every need. When is the last time someone asked what you needed? Someone who would not judge. Someone you could forget was ever here. There must be something you need, Makira. Or want.
Probably 14 or 15 hours with it. It is blatant that the minds of Bordeaux were
There
interested
is
earnestly in
something.
crafting this true of a classic
Abbas
Assassin's
at the
Creed as
gate.
they could. I understand wanting more, that's still me. I still want
He
the
has
pieces of
eyes
present
for
back
Farah.
as he wanted. But I guess my
The
point is that
Umm
the bulk of
Walad.
my issues, like 75%,
He doesn't
are
look at
attributable
me.
to circumstances of the
But
game's development.
Farah
I'm sure the
uses
team
a
also
paint to
is
make her
flagrant. I
eyes
think the game
bigger.
itself is a testament
And
to a
if
very
I could
dedicated
have some,
Assassin's Creed dev team.
I
You gotta remember
think
that
he
Bordeaux
might...
inhaled
Say no
origins through
more.
Valhalla and somehow
I am
exhaled
at your
a good,
service.
fleetingly great
Where can I
Assassin's
find
Creed
this paint?
experience.
The
Witchcraft.
storage
And if there's
room,
one thing that
but
Ubisoft
no one is
and
allowed
executive
in.
level should,
Apart
well, they
from
hope they take away
Nasreen.
from Mirage, it's the Bordeaux
Farah
seem
trusts
to
her
get.
with
They get what it is
everything,
that fans of the older
even
Assassin's
her
Creed
magic
love, and what they've
potion.
toughed through
Farah
for
has
years
a
long
magic
identity crisis
potion.
to get back to.
She
But
has
Bordeaux
Nasreen
will
carry
eventually
it.
finish the game. The
Tells
next
her
year
when
for
she
me
wants
is
a
some kind of
sip.
war breakdown if the game
It
works.
makes her
I
breath
suspect it will.
foul.
In any case, thank you guys
Still,
for watching, and let me
I'd
know
give
if you think
anything to
down
try
there
it
as always.
myself.
Thanks again.
And so you
I'll hopefully
shall.
see you next time.
And in exchange, Makira, what will you give me?
The key to that office.
When you finish Assassin's Creed
Eye
Mirage,
paint and magic
That's what
potion.
someone says.
Your wish is my command.
Eye paint
maybe you'll
and
take your
magic
time, or maybe you'll
potion.
see the main story as quickly as possible, or maybe
Seriously?
you'll live 100% of the entire game around 30 hours like me. Whatever way you get to the end, you'll see its credit screen, and a short way down, you'll read this message to our players. We have crafted this experience as an homage and a love letter to the first titles in the series, the games that meant so much to you and to us, the stories and characters we all fell in love with, and the worlds that brought history back to life. We hope you enjoyed following Basim on his journey from street thief to apprentice to master assassin in 9th century Baghdad as much as we enjoyed telling it. From all of us, thank you for playing now and since the day you began. Long live the Creed. This will mean more to you once you play it yourself, but the reason I'm showing it now is to help me explain something. Assassin's
So
Creed Mirage
what
might not be
is
everything
this
a classic fan
magic
wish for,
potion?
and indeed there were things about it I still wanted to be a little different, but this game and its dev team at Ubisoft Bordeaux
I
does something
see.
precious to me. It cares. It's a game which, under its circumstances and limitations, was made for us and players like us. It was made for players who love Assassin's Creed for what it was before it decided that it wanted to be something else. Deciding who you're making something for is a choice that defines so much of a creative project. This message to me, to you, to us, and Mirage's credit screen inspired me to choose who I'm making this review for. While Mirage is made for all of us classic fans who just wanted to play another game that felt at least somewhat similar to what we loved, this review is made for me. It's made for Leo K. Rogue 10 years ago, who didn't have this kind of opportunity. It's made for my past self and every other AC player just like him, who clicked on review after review, hoping that some of them would talk about the things he actually cared about. And if you can relate to that, then maybe it's made for you too. My goal is to give you somewhat accurate information with the very short amount of time I was given to actually write this thing.
Bigger
Is this game
eyes
AC1 to Revelations?
might add to
it's
my
not. And it's never gonna be.
disguise.
And we all knew that. Does this game have parts
No,
where we're approaching AC1 to
focus,
Revelations, or if not,
Basim.
then at least Unity?
You need
no,
that
and
key.
it never promised to.
Paint
Is this
and
game
potion
kind of similar to
acquired.
Unity in Origin sometimes?
Now
a little
to
bit,
get
yeah.
that key.
But is Assassin's Creed
Here
Mirage
you
Assassin's
are.
Creed? You know its name on the box.
Thank you.
Yes, and I'm relieved to be able to say that.
The
This isn't
others
meant to get you
say
hyped,
I'm
because
too
accuracy
young
is my
for
hope here.
paints
So I'll
and
be discussing the things I
potions.
feel are weaknesses,
But
but it's nice to
I'm
feel like
not
an
too
Assassin's
young
Creed
to
game is
know
still
why
the first
they
time in a while,
use
willing
such
to actually
things.
celebrate the series it belongs to,
Of course
instead of being
not.
ashamed of it.
Now the
In
key.
2007, when Assassin's Creed 1 first
They
released,
know more
what the
than
single most
me
famous system it
because
had,
they've all
the game
read
was
this
identity among
book.
other open world games at the time.
Garden
Actually, among
and
games in
its
general.
mysteries.
Lots of games had sword combat.
It's all
Many
about
featured stealth too, and the
biology,
WC wanted to give the fantasy
body,
twisting, boosted how fast it was,
its
and that already
secrets.
existed if social stealth is what you were about to
It
say.
is quite
Now, those
infamous.
elements became synonymous with Assassin's Creed in
Have
popular
you
perception,
read
but
it?
they were and are still
No.
valuable. Combat style
Farah
overall
keeps
to
it in
Assassin's Creed
Khalifa's
Brotherhood.
quarters.
Movement,
They're on the
and to
roof
this day, to many players,
and
it's the most
strictly
important. Mirage
forbidden.
movement is the weakest system.
Makira,
It's not dysfunctional.
we
It's
had
not
an
broken. It's actually
agreement.
pretty pleasant to just use.
Please,
There's not much there.
if
Mirage's
you could
movement is
just
accessible,
get
simple,
the book
basic,
and
works
bring
alright
it to my
with a little
room.
bit of the stuttering you know from
It's
Valhalla,
in
but
the east
you know,
corner
it's fine.
on the
The
left.
thing is, that's about
Oh,
it, mostly.
fine.
It's what I and many AC1
But
Red fans
then
expected.
the The key.
Pain, potion. Now she has me fetching Bobby books. I meant to play a servant, not be one.
It's beyond mentioning early on that city design takes light inspiration from Unity, which it does. When you play, you can feel that Baghdad obviously follows some pathing mindsets from Unity, especially on the sides of buildings. Shockingly, this might be the AC game with the most honest marketing in a long time. It never promised anything revolutionary, just a fun stealth game, and a fun stealth game is what we get here. I'll talk about movement, but before I do, you should watch this next minute of short clips.
Sir, are you...
Wait, where's this from?
Alright, what is happening there? Well, don't get too excited. This review continues the trend of tempering player expectations from my coverage of Mirage before, but at the same time, I don't want you to be completely hopeless either. The rules behind when you can eject, or more useful and more often, dismount, are a little vague, but understandable enough that you can eventually start doing it by instinct more often. If you run up a smooth wall with no holes, you can eject or dismount to a valid handhold or even empty space. If a wall is close to you, you can backcheck to it, even while already holding onto one. If a platform to your side is lower than you can dismount to it. Baghdad is built in a way where, despite the core of movement not changing from Valhalla, the city here has more chances to say yes to you for trying something clever. It doesn't always work. There will be moments where you want to move in a way and the game just doesn't let you. Yes, it will be frustrating. Still, what makes me happy is that those moments are fewer than they were before, and when I try something, usually it works. But they're still there. Movement is the weakest and least interesting part of Mirage's gameplay, yes, and the part which the team understandably had the least opportunity to improve, which is why I'm bringing the band-aid off now and bringing it out first. If movement is your favorite thing about the series and the thing you are most excited for, you're probably the kind of player passionate enough to know that you weren't getting what you wanted here. I can imagine that even though you knew, you likely still held on to some hope, and while there is something here for you, it's not enough when you think about how boring movement has been for years already. The one thing that helps it feel better than Valhalla is that being in a dense city whose pathway is well designed genuinely makes a positive difference. I do have a save file sometimes, looking for cool places to do things like the clips I just showed you. I will admit that as an AC1 to Rev fan, there are still moments where, as amazing as the city design is, moving around in the new Assassin's Creed paradigm that Origins began sort of feels like torture to me. Even so, I'm grateful for the fact that Mirage is more kinder interrogator than previous 3D.
No weapon.
A small amount of skill expression available in the rules process to mentally decide which objects to pass through what's coming up. Basic first layer of movement's going easy, never learned back today, but at least it's here and it feels good to be asked to bring it the dusty toolbox in the fight. Especially true when it comes to escaping or running away from guards, which are the moments where your decision-making and movement will be tested most honestly. Not since AC1 have I run away from guards this much in an AC game, which for me is both makes it kind of fun, and because in those situations it's hard, I have to do it to survive. Still, if you're looking for lore points to press or ways to be creative differently from another player, you will not be that happy. Whether you can make peace with that or not is something totally different for everyone. I think by now there's not a single person who doesn't know how much I love AC1 direct movement, and I'm always wishing we get something close to something. Still isn't quite that. You're just moving forward,
yourself yet?
it feels a bit like less unstable.
I didn't realize I had literally none of my tools.
Bind sprint to be a hold action now, which I recommend every single player do, whether you're on controller or on keyboard. I don't care. You are going to take sprint off your left stick, and you are going to bind sprint to hold. In fact, Mirage's rebinding is wonderful, since you can set most actions either via press, double tap, or a hold. This means even on controllers which have less buttons to assign actions to, with some cleverness you can work out a setup that feels good for you. Like for example, binding sprint to holding right trigger or R2, which feels good for everyone. You heard me. Do it. Bind sprint to holding your trigger. What this does is make you feel so much more in control. You see, sprint still lacks clarity and visual feedback, so whether or not you're in it, but when sprint is a hold instead of a you're never dealt with sprint. You have physical feedback pressing against your finger and can feel if you are or aren't. While sprinting, tapping your dodge button will cause Boston to do a smooth and responsive roll, which is something I ended up scanning naturally and plugging into my basic movement.
Actually, I completely forgot that we were still... Okay, we should probably end. I forgot that we were like 30 plus minutes into this, so... We'll end here. Next episode continue on. Thanks for watching.